How's it going, everyone? It's Johnny Beard here with another episode of Streamer Stories podcast. She's already got me giggling so much already. I cannot wait. Can you hear her? She's not even on screen yet. Oh, I'm so chuffed. We've got Musoliasla, if I said that correctly. There she is. Hello.
Hi.
You don't want to know, guys, how long it took for us to press record.
It was beautiful. Memories are made and we didn't hit record yet. Oh, wonderful.
Well, we should have had that as outtakes, but it's too late now. Muso, how are you? How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm chilling. The vibe is right, so I'm all good. I'm just admiring the majestic beard. You're looking pretty dapper today, Johnny.
Thank you. You know what? It sounds weird. That's a weird thing to say, but I've had that be said to me 3 times today. I think that's a new record.
Nice. It looks particularly kind of bushy, but well kept.
Oh, thank you.
It seems like it's in the sweet spot today.
It is, yeah. I had a bath earlier, so well done, Johnny.
Nice. Yeah,
well
that's
done.
your secret. Okay.
Oh, good God. Muso, how are you? Welcome to the podcast. How do I pronounce your name? Did I say that right? Or did I get it half
No, you didn't.
Damn it.
Musoliasla.
Liasla.
You can always remember because it's the ass.
Ass even. Yes.
Originally, I pronounced it as Musoliasla. So basically, I was a big Muse fangirl in high school, so that's where the Muse kind of came from.
There we go.
Yeah. So Matt Bellamy with like blue hair was a vibe back then. So when I was in high school and stuff like that, but it was my old World of Warcraft name. So when I was like 14, 15, something like that.
Yeah.
It was like Muse and then the OLI and then the Asla kind of was like Atlas. And I'm a big Wonderlust kind of person.
Okay.
And it just sounded right. It felt right. It felt like me. So Musoliasla or Muso. Most people call me Muso, but I've had Muesli. I get called Musoliasla. From dinner from Schmucks. I get all kinds of things. I've been turned into some miso soup before now, but it's all good. It's all good. It's just fun. I go into people's streams and like, is a Muse?
Yeah.
Muso's fine, yeah.
Muso's fine. Yeah.
But Musoliasla or Muso, yeah.
I've had the privilege to raid you or have been raided by you a few times or whatever, and I've seen that a lot. It's so much fun.
Of course.
That was a conversation I didn't expect to have, and I don't give a crap. Let's talk about Muse. This is not even Streamer Stories yet. Favorite Muse album? Let's go.
Origin of Symmetry.
Nice. Great album.
Probably. Close up there with Absolution. I love the earlier Muse stuff. Yeah, I haven't listened to them since the Second Floor because they kind of...
Yeah, agreed. Pretty much anything after The Resistance is a bit, for me.
Yeah. I loved a couple of songs, but you may be able to see my bass here. I've had my bass since I was 16, and I started playing Time Is Running Out. That was the first song I learned on my bass.
Oh, nice. Oh, hell
so there
yeah.
you go. There you go.
Can you play Hysteria? What a bass chord that is.
No, but I can play Plug-in Baby on guitar.
Oh,
so
nice. I'm going to Muso's, guys. I'll see you later.
Jam time.
Muso's just going to jam to Muse songs to me all night. I can't wait. No.
I'll put the pizza in, okay?
Oh my God, this is getting better.
Honey.
Oh, okay. Well, Muso, if you don't mind me calling you Muso, because I know you as Muso.
No, of course. Of course.
You are someone we've known each other. God, we have known each other now for nearly 3 years, which is just weird.
More than that?
No.
It's going to be more than that, surely.
I think
nearly 4, I'd reckon.
No. No way. I don't...
Maybe nearly 3.
But either way, yeah, it's gone really quick in that time as well. But you've been someone that, we've been friends for that time. We met last year. That was amazing.
We did.
And yeah, you're someone that I've had a lot of love and respect for many years. And yeah, I'm so happy you've joined the podcast. So We'll definitely talk about streaming stuffs in a bit, but let's talk about the beginning then. Let's talk about like games. So, what's your first like memories of seeing a video game? What comes to mind?
It depends what you count as a video game, really. I suppose one of the earliest games that I kind of remember that I can remember the name of and actually can describe was probably going to be Monkey Island. I remember playing old click and point games, and I absolutely adored them. I wasn't necessarily brilliant at them, but for some reason when I was younger, the games that kind of make sense, because anyone that's played Monkey Island, if you go to play it now, you'll be like, what the fuck am I supposed to do right now? And back then, you just kind of try everything. I mean, you make like poisoned meat and dig up t-shirts and stuff, and you're like, what is this? But I loved it. I absolutely loved it. We used to play things. So I've got 2 older brothers, actually. So it was very much kind of like a man's house, I guess, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So we'd have games like we'd all play Conflict Desert Storm on the Xbox. We'd all get laptops all connected up with the AOL routers going ew to play Total Annihilation.
Oh yeah, that's a throwback.
So yeah, it was all good. I've yeah. So I guess I technically started on PC first, but I mean, even the Sega Saturn, we took our Sega Saturn to my nan's house, so we had games to play when we were there.
Yeah.
And we used to play the old theme park games and stuff like that, so that was really cool. And I probably played far too much Dead or Alive volleyball when I was in school, because I had my little Xbox and stuff in my room as well. So yeah, good times.
Oh man, lots to pick up there. That's wow. I love that. And it's really fascinating that you mentioned that, because most of the people I do speak to on the podcast don't tend to start PC. They tend to have gone down the console route. So that is quite interesting.
It was very much kind of like the case of my dad had a computer and my brothers both had a computer, and because I was the female, I wasn't really supposed to do the guys thing, so I'd kind of sit on my dad's knee and play, the games on his behalf. Like, my dad would kind of have like simulators and stuff. He'd do like flight simulators or car driving, so he'd do the pedals and stuff like that, and I'd play around with the joystick, or I'd move the steering wheel and stuff like that. So yeah, that was kind of like some of the starter points that I kind of remember. But yeah, I mean, it was good. It was good. Yeah. The first proper kind of like PC I had was probably like one of those little EPC things which kids now get in school.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah.
So the first thing that I actually owned was console, but the first thing that I kind of played was more the PC.
Gotcha. And again, there's something beautiful, can I say, about the fact that it was Escape from Monkey Island that was the OG for you. Like, I mean, there's certain immediately, like, I don't even need to continue this conversation any further to know where the start and the end point is of obviously continuously right now, because there's a certain theme there with your stream. So
yeah. So I'm the pirate.
Yes.
To fill in the gap there.
It's the P word.
It's the P word. Yeah, I mean, quite often, sometimes we'll dress up as a pirate on stream.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of fun. I love it. Being able to put makeup on your face and make yourself all kind of dirtied and scratched up and stuff, and I absolutely love it. One of the first cosplays that I ever wanted to do and make was actually from Assassin's Creed 4, funnily enough. And Bonnie from Assassin's Creed 4 was one of the cosplays that I have always wanted to do. I still have a collection of some of like the lace to make it, and it's still absolutely a goal and a mission of mine to complete that. But hopefully someday, and I'll go to a con and I'll find someone as Edward, and it'll be awesome.
Can't wait for that. That's gonna be good.
Yeah, definitely.
Nice. So yeah, I've not played a single Monkey Island game. I don't know which one. I've seen one being played. It's like on my list. It's on my list. So as someone who has played probably quite a few of them, like, where would you recommend I go if I was to start?
First one is probably the way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely the first one. I mean, I think is it the third? In the third one, when you get to the third one, you'll be treated with a banjo duel. So
Are you sure you want me to go to the third? No, I'm joking.
Yeah, literally. So if you start from the beginning, the first one is probably one of the easier ones to get your head around.
Oh, okay.
Definitely. After the third one, it kind of the animation style kind of changes and it goes a bit weird.
Oh, okay.
But actually, there's a fun thing. There's what's it called? On Steam, there is like Monkey Island games, but they're actually Telltale games. But they were kind of released from Telltale before. Like they weren't announced as Telltale games. They were announced as kind of like more Monkey Island games. I can't remember the name of them for the life of me. But there was 5 of them.
So these were episodic games, were they?
Yeah. Let me. I'm trying to remember what they were called. Yeah, I can't remember for the life of me. Something of the Narwhal or Tales of Monkey Island. So I suppose like Tales of Borderland, really.
Yeah.
Yes, it's about a novel and stuff. So Tales of Monkey Island is actually a Telltale game, and I had no idea because I last played them in 2013, so it was over 10 years ago. Oh my god!
Someone said to me today. No. Someone said to me today, 2019. That was 5 years ago. It's like, oh god.
Oh no.
Don't say that. That's not right.
I was watching Greatest Showman the other day. Amazing film. And I realized that was like 2017 or something like that. So that's like 7 years ago. I was like, what the heck?
Not right, is it? Not right.
It feels like yesterday.
Okay, so console. You said you technically, in terms of your first, obviously, was console. Where did you go from there? So it was you mentioned Xbox, you mentioned Sega Saturn.
Yeah, so probably one of the first consoles we had was Sega Saturn. Then we kind of went Dreamcast. So one of my earlier games as well was Shenmue. I loved Shenmue. All of the dun perhaps they're out. Have you heard of the 4 Voodoo? I'm getting sidetracked. So Dreamcast, and then PS1, where Final Fantasy VII came in. Mm-hmm. The look says it all. Then PS1 came in, and then from PS1 I went Xbox 360, Xbox One, and now I've added to the collection an Xbox One X, PS4, and my Switch. But that doesn't include things like Game Boys and stuff like that, you know.
Yeah, of course. So yeah, give us some. Give us some selection. You mentioned Shenmue, obviously. So Sega Saturn games, Dreamcast games, PS1 games. You mentioned Final Fantasy VII. So any other games again that you can think of that you really enjoyed playing when you were younger?
Do you know what? I went into CX today and I was just admiring the nostalgia of the PS1 games in the window. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, you know? I mean, of course, we played the earlier Tomb Raiders and stuff like that. I also, on the Sega Saturn, I had Daytona Valley as well. So I had, on PS1, there was Driver as well. I did like my Driver games as well. I'm still a big Forza fan because I'm primarily an Xbox girl. What else was there? There was all kinds of things. Honestly, there was all kinds of things. I did used to love. My uncle had a PS2, and SSX Tricky was a jam. It was an absolute jam.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I just love breaking into Run DMC.
Yeah. Oh god, that game. Yeah, it's one of my all-time favorite games. I love that game so much. Nice.
I'm trying so hard not to sing it, Johnny. Yeah, you have no idea.
It's your podcast episode. You can do what you want.
Oh my gosh.
No, it's a great. Oh yeah, I love that though. I love that you kind of got this like dare we say like this, I don't know how you're going to take me saying this, but like a B-side really in terms of like it wasn't it wasn't Nintendo, it wasn't Sony, it was like Sega, it was Xbox, it was like you kind of had the different like the dark side of video gaming almost. I
like it.
But I do, yeah, I like that. I mean, obviously you had the PS1 and obviously you got the Switch and stuff like that now. But back in those days, like most people that I speak to talk about the SNES, talk about the PlayStation, talk about the Nintendo 64. Whereas you kind of got a really nice Switch up there. I like it.
Yeah,
so, that's some good stuff. But we have to talk about Final Fantasy VII. So we were, I mean, yeah. What are your memories of playing Final Fantasy VII then?
I remember the game being a lot shorter. I remember the game being a lot shorter. I remember replaying Final Fantasy VII and being like, how am I still on disc 1 by this point? Because you forget so much of the story is like on disc 1, and then disc 2 has less, and then disc 3 has less still. And I remember replaying it like, what? And I still get lost every time. I still get lost every time, like running around to the dots and stuff on the map, and I'm like, is this it? No. Is this it? No, just going around on my buggy and stuff like that. Like, must be getting close now, right? But I absolutely adore Final Fantasy VII. It is just the highlight of all of my gaming. It has brought me so much joy over the years. I mean, I'm playing Final Fantasy for the first time. Final Fantasy VIII, rather, for the first time. I played Final Fantasy X for the first time on stream. Beautiful game. Yeah. Beautiful game. Final Fantasy X is second to 7 because Yuna is just... I love Yuna so much. With the David Bowie eyes as well.
Yeah,
love it.
Lovely touch.
And I played some 13 and I played 15. So I'm making my way slowly through some of the others because I know Final Fantasy IX is... some people's strong favorite as well.
Yeah.
I thought it was. I thought it was. But yeah, I mean, Final Fantasy VII, it's just... There's something about the characters in Final Fantasy VII that you just can't help but connect to. Mm-hmm. Like, I tend to try and, well, I tend to more kind of cosplay as Tifa because I connect with Tifa a lot more as a character. She's down to earth, she's honest, she kicks ass, and I absolutely adore that in her. I just connect to the game so much because when you're a kid and you're playing these games, you don't realize the themes that they cover in these games. Because when I was playing this, I must have been so young. I must have been like, what, 7? Not even. When I was like playing, or it's just such a special game, and that's why it has the fan base that it does these days. That's why this is the game that is getting like not remade, not like ported to another console, not anything like that. It's literally getting a full-blown remaster. And I remember like 10 years ago or something like that being like, oh my god, they're remaking this game, and I remember saying to my friend, sorry, I've got the hiccups. Oh, no. I probably said that to him as well, but yeah. But I remember saying to him, you're going to be 30 when this game comes out. And I remember just knowing how long this game was going to take to come out and just being so for it and just so excited. That's why this guy exists right here, because did you just wave to the cloud? That's why this guy right here exists. Because I got the first class edition for it coming out. I literally bought those, the 50 million, whatever it was, PS4 version, because I wanted a special PlayStation for a special game. And then I couldn't play past the first part. I couldn't even play the Integrate because I needed a PS5.
Yeah. Oh. Big sad.
Big sad. But I literally, that is literally like my prized possession, my cloud. Why is it so difficult to put your finger in the right way?
Oh, I know, right? Oh, every time.
Slide to the left. Slide to the right.
We should do a whole podcast episode on that. Why does that? What is this?
What am I pointing to?
Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely. I love kind of like I've got like busts and stuff like that behind me from Final Fantasy and Assassin's Creed as well. Because they're just so classy, Johnny. They're just so classy.
Yeah, I love your display. And I love your collection. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. So how are you finding 8 then? You're playing 8 for the first time, so how are you finding 8 so far?
Do you know what? I love 8. I very much, and anyone that has played 8 will be able to tell you, flicking between past and present and all of these kind of things, you forget to put your Guardian Forces everywhere. And oh my goodness, I've not done things on auto, and trying to play it on a 360 controller for a PlayStation game has nearly killed me, but it's been so much fun. I absolutely adore it. We're just starting. What, we must be somewhere like halfway through disc 2, and I know that 8 has 4 discs. We're just starting to get into interesting territory, I think. I'm really excited for where it's going. I'm really excited. But yeah, I know that it's gonna go somewhere. I know it's gonna go somewhere. I remember seeing like the last kind of like minute of one of your streams one time. I was like, I'm gonna go and see what Johnny's doing.
Is this the charity event then? Oh no.
Maybe, yeah. And I was like, I'm trying so I've like kind of switch off my brain, channel it, and I'm like, this is fine.
I saw nothing. Oh, God.
Oh my gosh. Luckily, I have such a bad memory. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I'm so excited. I'm loving the game so far. I love Squall. I love that Renoa has a dog that charges in, because adorable.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really loving it at the minute. I love the Guardian Forces. I love the fact that in this playthrough of Final Fantasy VIII, we're renaming the Guardian Forces, which is so funny. We've had all kinds of names.
Go on.
We've had so I don't know. Well, some of the names are obviously questionable because we're like we have 18 plus humor. So we've got them buns, which you know when you rub the magic lamp and you got like the kind of demonic black and red one.
Yeah.
I can't remember the proper names because we changed them.
Diablos.
So, oh my gosh, we've got all kinds of things. So Shiva is called Hard Nips.
Oh, okay. Can't think of why.
Baby. It's just fun. Honestly, I just love to have fun playing the games. I just love it.
I don't know if you saw, I was playing Pokemon Heart Gold, and I was so proud that I was playing as a 10-year-old girl in Pokemon Heart Gold, and we called her Big Dave. We said that she sounds like, "Oh, hi, how are you doing? I'm Big Dave." It's like this 10-year-old girl. Dave. She's like, "Oh, I'm Big Dave, yeah."
Oh my gosh, we got a Super Dave in ours. Yeah. Dave just appears everywhere. Who is this Dave?
Yeah. Is that female Pokemon champion 10-year-old Big Dave? Yeah.
The funny thing is that we called it because they were supposed to look like Leafeon. So it literally looked like a Pokemon that we called Dave. It's the same person, Johnny. It's the same one.
No. I do love calling. I love the fact that you can call your Pokemon or your character names or your GFs names. It's just, the opportunities are endless.
Yeah. The possibilities are endless.
Oh man. Okay, so you went, like you mentioned, so all the Xboxes then. So let's talk about your Xbox era. So you mentioned Assassin's Creed. Xbox era.
I was going for Halo theme tune. Then we break into Guitar Hero 3 and the Halo theme that was in the downloads for the Xbox version. And you're just breaking into a guitar solo. Right, anyway.
I love Guitar Hero 3. Such a good game. Oh man. So did you play those games? Did you play Halo? Did you play Guitar Hero?
Yeah, absolutely. I actually not long ago was making my way through the Halo games again. I was a big Gears of War fan. Nothing quite like charging up to someone, curb stomping them and slashing them in half of a chainsaw gun. Yeah. Well, a lancer, I guess you should say. I mean, the couch co-op games were always fun. Was always fun. And as someone that's interested in the cars, as well. I've always preferred Forza over Gran Turismo as well. So that was kind of like a big way up for me as well. But yeah, but I mean, I'm trying to think of the other kind of like Xbox exclusives and stuff like that. But I mean,
I've got to ask, did you play much Left 4 Dead?
Yes, yes, I did. And I remember when I was in high school, going on my brother's account to play Left 4 Dead, because obviously he'd be like, "Oh yeah, I don't play this. Get me some more gamer score." And when I'd have the mic on and everything, and people were expecting my brother just to hear me breaking out, being like, "Yeah, let's go and kill him."
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's got the chainsaw? Oh my gosh, I love our Left 4 Dead nights. Our Left 4 Dead nights are so much fun.
They're so good.
I really enjoy playing with the Nightbreed. The Nightbreed is a wonderful team to be in and to be a part of. It's so much fun.
Yeah, thanks. I'm so happy when you joined us. But yeah, so. Oh yeah, so just talking about that in isolation, though, about you playing Left 4 Dead with you. Hello, hi, let's go. Like, did you
kill something?
One thing that was always so annoying for me back in those games. So that's why I love playing Nightbreed, Left 4 Dead. Left 4 Dead with the Nightbreed. Is those you used to get kicked out for stupid reasons. Did you ever find that when you used to play online?
No.
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 Just get good, fine. Johnny. God. Clearly, there's a reason why.
Oh my god, that's funny. No, I never got kicked out or anything. I was good. I was good. This is why you want me on your team on the Left 4 Dead nights, Johnny.
You've rumbled me. God damn it. Oh man, I am starting to realize again now that we're playing it monthly as well. Like I am starting to realize who is really good. Like when we used to play so sporadically before the monthly series. You'd have a hunch about who was better and who was not so good type of thing. But now I'm starting to really realize that, oh my god, there's some really good, talented people here.
Oh my god. You're like, right, okay, team, let's go fast, let's stick together, let's do it. And then there's always someone like 2 miles back, like, guys, I've been running to a wall, and you're like, fuck. Go back. Oh, we're dead. Yeah. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it, though. Left 4 Dead is one of those games, if you have the people to play it with, which, of course, in the Nightbreed, quite often, you know, in the communities and stuff, you will have the people to play with. When you do, it is so much fun. And the thing that is brilliant about the Nightbreed and us all playing Left 4 Dead is that it gives the community the nostalgia as well. And they're like, I really want to play that. Yeah. And you're like, yes, great, because it's so much fun to play. Honestly, it's so much fun to play. And it's always on the Steam sale, like with Portal, like every time. Yeah. It's just so much fun. It's honestly so much fun. And you forget until you're playing it and you go in hysterical over the microphone, like, Literally every time I play Left 4 Dead, I'm losing my mind. I get so excited. Like next time we stream it, I need to wear my heart rate monitor at the same time because it will be through the absolute roof. Yeah. If it's so funny. Honestly, it's so funny.
Oh, I love them. I'm so happy we've done it. Yeah. So all year, once a month, we're gonna be doing it. Yeah, everyone check out Muso streams. Muso streams quite often Left 4 Dead. So yeah, do it.
Oh my gosh.
Do it.
Execute Order 66.
You did that. I'm mocking it out.
I can't help it. This is why we started the podcast in a giggly way, because this is just what happens when Muso and Johnny get in a room together.
Oh, it's so much fun. So much fun. Oh man. Okay. So what are you playing right now then? So again, on stream, obviously you mentioned Final Fantasy 8. And how much do you play offline, and what's the ratio like for you?
I play quite a bit of games offline. Offline, I tend to play kind of like Disney Dreamlight Valley, and of course I do more Sea of Thieves because we have the Sea of Thieves guild that we run as well, called Seduction. We're very proud of that one. But yeah, no, I love it. But a lot of times, there's a lot of people. One of the things that has always been important to me through all the times of streaming, I obviously love the pirate games. I've played Sea of Thieves since pretty much day one. And I am highly interested in playing Skull and Bones. I love the piracy, and of course Monkey Island and stuff like that. And there's been other games and stuff. I've forgotten where I was going with this. Sea of Thieves, right? Okay, yeah. So Sea of Thieves. It's always been really important to me to. There's a lot of people that want to play, but they go into a server and they die. And even with Safer Seas now being in play. People don't want like 30% of the loot and stuff. They want the 100%, but they want to learn to be better. So quite often, in my downtime, we'll be running the guild, but also in the guild, there's people that want to play a lot, but they want to learn how to properly do the game as well.
Okay.
So quite often, we'll go on a galley, me and the one of the guild leaders, and we'll take newer people that are newer to the game, and we'll take them out so that they can actually earn some loot and stuff like that, but teach them kind of how to survive, I guess. So it's really been important to me, because when I first played Sea of Thieves, I was very much I'm surrounded by fog. Bang, there's an island. Oh, all my stuff is gone. And now someone's shooting at me. I'm dead. And that 3 hours is gone. So I mean, when people are like, oh, I want to play, but I've no one to play with, I feel that to such a degree. But I learned to solo sloop very early on, just because I love being a pirate and getting the booty. So I taught myself to solo sloop. A lot of the streaming that I did was Sea of Thieves solo slooping, doing all kinds of things. So offline, I kind of put some time into helping people learn the game and stuff like that. So it's really cool. It's really cool.
So awesome. I had no idea. I know. I mean, Sea of Thieves is like your jam. It's your game, and I know that. But again, I didn't know it was to the degree that you went to that level, and the reasons why. It's so wholesome. That's so cool.
Yeah.
That.
Well, I love to look after the community, you know. People should be able to play the games that they want to play. The entire joy of having Twitch, of having the internet, of having all of these things available is that you can share that with other people. So by having things like Discords and stuff like that, you can literally share with other people, including sharing your knowledge of the games. You know, you can spread that. You can help people be better equipped almost to enjoy the games that they want to enjoy, not get put off because people are dicking on them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course, absolutely.
Yeah, so it really means a lot to me. I love to do that.
Oh, that's so awesome. Okay. So is there, like, over the years then, like a worst game, like a bad game, a game that and it doesn't have to be technically bad. It can be like a buggy game, or it might be a game that was just like disappointing. Like you thought it was going to be much better than it was. Is there a game that comes to mind, or not? You know, what were your thoughts?
I don't know. I tend to like bad games and stuff like that. I tend to kind of zone them out, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure, really, honestly.
Yeah. Some people don't like answering that question, to be fair. Like, I don't want to see it as a negative thing. That's totally understandable.
I mean, if there's one game that I never really play, FIFA. You know, yeah. I used to, when I was a kid, we used to get like 2 Xbox 360s. We'd hook them up. We'd have like, we'd play Call of Duty, because I still play some FPS games sometimes. We'd have 2, we'd have, you know, the whole deal of you put 2 couches back to back, 2 TVs, 2 Xboxes, so you could play like 8-man Halo and ride an elephant and stuff like that, which was really cool. That's kind of like what I used to do for my birthdays and stuff like that, rather than going out on the shopping spree. Play Xbox games and eat pizza and fall asleep where you're gaming.
That sounds like
sleeping bags. Yes, we can supply those. Bacon sandwich in the morning, got you covered.
I am coming over now.
Yeah, we used to do that for like Call of Duty knife only shipment maps, no scopes and stuff like that, and it was so much fun. When it got to the point of playing some Gears of War or some SSX or something, when SSX came to Xbox and things, we'd have one TV set up with FIFA so that people can play football games and I can do snowboarding instead.
Yeah.
Or someone could do a graffiti match on PlayStation, or do like a Mario Party kind of thing. I used to always end games nights with Mario Party.
Yeah.
Because you always fall asleep when playing it, because you pick a certain amount of rounds and you're like, how is this game still going on?
Yes.
How is it still going on?
It is
it
is the party equivalent of Monopoly, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I will always be Peach. I need to cosplay as Peach sometime. That would be so funny.
Yeah. You know what? I've not had many Nintendo consoles growing up, but I did have Mario Party Wii. No, Mario Party 8. Sorry, it was. I loved Mario Party 8, and I always wanted to play more Mario Party because I loved that game. But because I barely, we have got a Switch, but I don't get a chance on it like my son.
Aww.
So yeah, I don't have enough Mario Party in my life. So
I love playing Lego games on the Switch.
Oh yeah.
I love playing Lego games on the Switch. I mean, definitely Lego Skywalker series. You know that I love my Star Wars stuff. I just can't help it.
Yeah.
I went to the comic book store today and picked up some more Darth Vader comics.
Yay! Hell yeah! So we touched on this earlier, but it was more about your brothers. So what about yourself then when it comes to like achievements, gamer score, trophies, stuff like that? Has that been something that you've done a lot of, or not bothered about?
Yeah, it depends. I think one of the reasons why I love the Assassin's Creed series is because it was one of the games that I could 100% complete. I remember when the first Assassin's Creed came out, when you still got fold-out posters in the physical copies before everything was kind of like, everyone was just like, well, just get the digital. I love having hard copies of things. I got vinyls, CDs, and stuff like that. But in the original, the Assassin's Creed game, it had the fold-out map, and it showed you where every single flag in Masayaf and everything like that was. And I remember folding out this map and picking up every flag possible. But I'm very much kind of like, I love to 100% complete a game.
Yeah.
Although, when it comes to things like Final Fantasy X, I don't think I'm going to be dodging lightning 200 times or whatever it is. It sounds painful.
It's awful. Yeah.
It sounds painful. The seagulls literally... The chocobos and the seagulls was enough damage.
I'm all right with that minigame. The lightning dodge can go stuff itself.
Yeah, I know. With the chocobos, the controls on Final Fantasy X when you're riding those chocobos in the racing scenario are so dodgy.
Yeah, they're so
dodgy.
They are sus.
Oh my goodness, but yeah, so it's kind of hit and miss depending on the game, I guess, really. But I do like to get gamer score. I remember. When Black Flag came out, I had it on 360 and Xbox One so that I could get the gamer score twice. Because I realized that technically it classed as a separate game, so it was on a different console. So I got the gamer score twice.
Excellent. I love that because again, that's one thing that I do wish was a feature in like these like Xbox or PlayStation trophies or achievements is you can wipe it. Because I've always wanted to re-get certain achievements because just to get that little hit of endorphins or whatever, I've always wanted that because it's so good. It's like we did it, and then it's like I can never get the little blink again,
Yeah, with the little diamond that comes up and everything.
Yeah. But maybe I'm just sad. I don't know.
No, I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, just wipe this. Who loses? You lose. You're losing the score. You got to get it again. I don't know. Just an idea. So is there any game?
Maybe I was going to say maybe if you keep the score, but it just kind of pings up again. I don't know.
Yeah. That's a yes. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. So is there any games that you can think of when it comes to like the hardest games that you've played over the years? Is there games like just rock solid, like just ridiculous for you?
There has definitely been some. How
did you get on with Guitar Hero 3? Did you beat...
I loved Guitar Hero 3.
Were you good at Guitar Hero?
I loved Guitar Hero. I remember. I mean, if you try and get me to play through the Fire and Flames, I will tell you. Well.
Yeah.
But if you get me to play Devil Went Down to Georgia, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I got stuck. I could beat the game on like easy. I used to be able to Guitar Hero 1 and 2. I could play it on hard mode, no problem.
Yeah.
Guitar Hero 3, I can get to Devil Went Down to Georgia, and then I can't beat it. I can't beat it on hard.
Oh my gosh. I on some games I think I couldn't do medium. Because I did music tech stuff, and I've been doing kind of like a lot of sound engineering stuff throughout my days. I found it more difficult to kind of do it in medium because the buttons weren't in time with the rhythm. I found it easier to do it on hard because having the more buttons and stuff like that kind of clicked with the music more.
Right,
so like the prompts were kind of there. And I remember the first time I got 100% on Plug-in Baby on a friggin' Guitar Hero 5.
I love it.
That was that was moment.
So good.
It was so good. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed
I'd argue
it.
that 5 is possible. Oh, I don't know. 3 is amazing, but 3 and 5 probably. Like 5 had an amazing soundtrack.
Was it 4 that had Linkin Park and Toxicity, System of a Down and Linkin Park and stuff like that on it?
Tour, wasn't it? It was Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, was it? Yeah, because I'm getting that mixed up with Warriors of Rock, but Warriors of Rock maybe 3 then?
No, 6.
Yeah.
No, 6.
6?
Yeah.
I am so far off.
No. Yeah,
I am so far off.
To be fair, the third one was called Legends of Rock. And then
Damn
the
it.
sixth
Right,
one was
there we go
Warriors
then.
of Rock. So let's be honest.
Same.
Yeah,
It's
let's be honest.
potato.
Exactly. So don't worry, it's not you. Stupid Guitar Hero.
Thank God.
But yeah. Oh, yeah. But sorry, I completely derailed your question. So yeah, any difficult games? I just thought I'd mention that because it was intriguing.
No, it's fine. I don't know really. I remember. I don't know, honestly. I haven't even attempted games like, Lies of P and Dark Souls because I think that will just, I would not get far. I'm not very good with kind of do the same thing over and over.
Yeah.
Like I found that with Far Cry, you were playing it and then it would take you back so far. I'd be like, I don't want to do all of that bit again.
Yeah. Same.
So I find that kind of hard on a different level. In the fact of it's kind of difficult to get back into it and stuff.
Yeah, agreed.
But yeah, I'm trying to. I mean, you've seen my experiences trying to play Resident Evil. That's also hard in a different way. not in a case of I don't know where to find things or which direction to go in, but in a someone is chasing me with a chainsaw. What do I do? Kind of way. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
We had to try and play through Resident Evil 7 for like a subathon redeemed or something like that. And oh my gosh, I was not coping well.
No.
I was not coping well. It was like, I did not know my voice can go this high and squeaky. It was so funny.
I was going to ask you about horror games because I've noticed there is a lack of them, just a little. But yeah, 7, hell yeah. I mean, that's arguably the scariest one, to be fair. You got every right to feel that way.
Because I remember I used to work in game, and I remember when the PlayStation VR came out, that was pretty much when, in fact, was that 8? Because that was Village?
7 was
I can't remember. Yeah, it was 7. It was 7 first.
Yeah, apparently, apparently it's terrifying in VR.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I can't imagine anything worse. And then chat were like, play Resident Evil, and I was like, no. I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, we still need to complete that at some point. But oh my goodness me, yeah, I'm an extremely jumpy person. I remember when even I was a kid, a Blockbuster was still a thing. I remember I used to hide behind the couch when ET was on the TV because ET used to freak me out.
Oh, no.
So I remember when I was little, my dad took me to the local Blockbuster so I could put the VHS through the letterbox. You remember Blockbuster used to have like the letterboxes on the outside. And I remember posting it through the letterbox and being like, bye-bye, E.T.
Hashtag bye-bye easy.
Oh my gosh. Blockbuster. Those are the days.
Those were. And Netflix in Postal as well.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my camera just hello. Hello there, General Kenobi.
So, do you do any modding in games? Can you do CFEs modding? I suppose probably can't, can you? Or should we say?
I think that you will get kind of flagged up if you attempt to mess with Sea of Thieves.
Is that a pirate pun? You flagged up, high five. No, okay. Yay!
Yeah. Sorry. No, I used to do that. If I was like high-fiving people on stream, I'd be like, yeah. Oh my gosh, I love it. But I mean, I think you kind of get flagged up on Sea of Thieves. I used to do a lot of mods for Left 4 Dead. I remember one time when I changed the Horde to Steam sale tags or cats. And then I went down the Stay Puft route from Ghostbusters, of course. And I remember the Horde always comes into the Immigrant song from Led Zeppelin, like dun 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 dun. It's beautiful.
That's amazing.
Like my mod that I needed to have was Sexual Healing by Marvin Gaye. When you're healing up in Left 4 Dead, it's like, and when I get that feeling, and you just amazing. I'm hot just like nothing. Let me just do this. I'm just above it. It was so good. It was so good.
So good. That's so good. I remember when we first started the Nightbreed Left 4 Dead Zombie Squad. Like, this is OG stuff. Like, we used to have mods, and we used to have Teletubbies. Just
gosh, I remember
to Tinky Winky, Dipsies, Lalas, and Pose running at you. You know, it's actually so terrifying.
It really is, isn't it?
Oh, it was so scary. It was so scary. I've got currently still got half. I don't know. I don't think it's quite working, but the last mod that apparently is not quite active is I've got the girls from Doki Doki Literature Club.
Oh, that's so cute. Okay, here's the question then: if you modded Left 4 Dead for the concert, did you mod the concert to be something else?
No,
I had all kinds of things. I even had it for the Final Fantasy VII boss music.
That's so good. Yes.
I did like a Linkin Park one. My witch was Princess Peach, which was really funny. My tank was Macho Man Randy Savage, and he'd throw Slim Jims at you.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. And every time the spitter spat, it would play Britney Spears' Toxic. With the taste of your lips, I want to win. It was so funny. I absolutely adored some of those mods.
Wow. You have modded many times.
Oh yeah, it's like when Skyrim, when the dragons turned into Thomas the Tank Engine. I'm sure you remember that being a thing
and
as
Randy Savage actually as well. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, just breathing fire. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah.
Oh my god, it's so funny.
God, man.
Oh my goodness. Oh yes, they literally they really are. Oh my gosh.
Oh, so okay, let's talk about streaming. So, how long have you been streaming for? And then what were the moments that led for you to kind of think about streaming? And then obviously what were the things that came into place before you clicked that go live button for the first time?
So, real time with Johnny Bird. So we are. Did you dun dun dun?
I did.
She.
We
go again. Who the hell puts an evac station of 30 flights of goddamn stairs? Oh my goodness.
Sorry.
Who knows? Maybe it's made out of chocolate. Oh my god. So question being starting streaming and stuff. I forgot the start of the sentence, but yeah.
Yeah. So what was the moments that led for you to kind of go, maybe I should pick up streaming? What were those things that led to that?
Oh my gosh. So for me, I've always been into gaming. I always have. I'm not the. Yeah, I've always kind of been more of a tomboy kind of thing. I've always been more into the gaming, the PCs, the cars, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I remember I think so. Basically, I've been technically streaming for about 3 years, maybe.
Okay, yeah.
It was probably around the pandemic kind of time. I was living with my ex-boyfriend, and we were working together, and it was not going well. And I would sit with I still had my Kitty Kraken headset. This is how long I've had this, and I love it. And I plug it into my Xbox controller, and I would sit and I would play Sea of Thieves from my console. And I think I saw that people were kind of streaming from their consoles, and I was kind of like, this could be a good thing for me to kind of get involved in. I found that because I've moved house a lot of times, it's been kind of more difficult to kind of put down roots. So it was just kind of me sat on my Xbox with my headset, just kind of whispering like this, and then crashing into islands, and then going, "Oh no!" And like properly whispering. I've still got some of the old streams. It is just the changes quite the shock.
Yeah.
But yeah, then I had kind of like almost like a 2-year break. I got into another relationship. There's a pattern here. Every time I go into a relationship, the streaming stops, which makes me sad because I love streaming. Nothing brings me the same kind of joy that streaming does. But I mean, it was kind of like a long distance relationship, and it was very much come over to my country, and this and that, and I never kind of felt at home there. Like I didn't kind of have my space and my setup, and I wasn't connecting to it, and I don't know, it just wasn't gelling right. And so as much as I wanted to stream so bad, the only time that I kind of came back into streaming was when I broke off the relationship. And I got back home, and I got back into my kind of space where I was comfortable. And so I've been starting streaming again from July 2023. So technically I've kind of been streaming for about 3 years, 3.5 years. But 2 of those years I wasn't streaming, so we kind of got back into it from about July, and I just absolutely adore it.
Yeah.
I was proud though, because I mean, throughout that entire time, every Friday night in the Discord, we were doing pub nights, and that was so important to me because I know that there's a lot of, especially us neurodivergent people, that struggle to get out, that struggle to make friends, that struggle to kind of communicate as well, and aren't as outgoing and stuff like that, although they may want to be. The struggles are there, which I myself have as well. But every Friday night for even that 3 years, we would all hang out in the Discord, we'd all have drinks and pub night and play games together. And that was something that I was so proud of. I'm trying not to get upset, I swear. I literally, I kept it running because the people in the community are just so important to me.
Yeah.
And keeping that kind of going, and showing support consistently to the community, and putting that time to the side to kind of, so everyone can kind of feel as a family. I always call the community a family, and that's because that's how it feels. That's genuinely how it feels. And there's, it's still going now, and people literally tell me, they literally tell me how much it means to them and how they look forward to it and how it's the highlight of their week. And honestly, it warms my soul. It's pretty much been every Friday. There's only been like 2 or 3 times, probably in like 3 years that I haven't been there, and it just absolutely warms me. It really does, because people, no matter who you are, where you are, what you're suffering with, whatever your pain, or whether you're absolutely fine and you just want to hang out, you never know what someone else is going through, and people could need it. And it gives the community time to kind of let their hair down, to relax, to hang out, and to have, to share in the community, because it's not just my community, it's our community. I never consider myself to kind of necessarily be a leader of something. I just consider myself to be a part of it. So yeah, that's pretty much, I forgot what the question was, but yeah.
I think you answered like 2 or 3 questions in one, so that's absolutely fine, and I love that.
Totally calculated. Totally knew that I was doing that.
No, that was awesome. No, thank you for sharing that. I really appreciate it. No, and there's a lot to pick up from that. I don't know where to start. But yeah, no, that was excellent. Thank you for sharing it. And funny again hearing about the first few streams, talking about how quiet you were and all this stuff, and like that's not the Muso I know. Like,
oh yeah.
So yeah,
that was one of the parts of the questions you said, actually. Like, why did I start streaming? I kind of started streaming because in my family, I've always probably because of the neurodivergence and stuff like that, I've always kind of been the more kind of weird one. Like, I mean, I kind of get referred to as like the human jukebox and stuff like that, because I'm consistently got songs going on in my head and stuff like that. And I'll randomly just kind of like sing random things on stream and stuff like that. But I've always kind of been the weird one in my family. And I just kind of I started streaming because I wanted to feel like I belong somewhere and like I was accepted for being myself. Like that I shouldn't have to change who I am. I shouldn't have to change, my natural responses to things. And because I know that I am a person that has a lot of love to give, a lot to kind of share with people. And I just wanted to feel accepted as myself, really.
Yeah. Oh,
to have a inner peace, I guess, almost, despite the chaos.
We love the chaos. But yeah, I think I discovered you through, I think it was Monster the Mash. Shout out to Monster the Mash, our lovely friend. And I just vibed with you from day one. I love your weirdness. I love your vibes. I love your randomness. Like I do, and yeah. I think we got a lot in common in that respect. Like, I come from a bit of a weird family, and I've been like, we're a weird family, and I'm one of the weirder people in my weird family. So I can relate to that, and I love that. You are uniquely you, and that you bring that out, and you embrace it, and show that off to the world. Because, like I said, I'm so happy that we found each other, and that you got an amazing community behind you. So yeah,
heck yeah,
that's so good. That's so good. So. I have got another question. So this is a question that's been asked by a previous streamer. They didn't know who they were going to ask the question to. And again, after our chat today, I'll be asking you to ask a question for a future streamer that you don't know who it's going to be. So so the question is, what is the most embarrassing moment you've had on stream? Have you got an answer to that?
So, as you may or may not know, I like to do cosplays and stuff. So like, here I've got like my Tifa headband, because exotic Tifa is one of my favorite ones I do.
Yeah.
And I remember, so the first cosplay that I ever did was Julia Chang from Tekken 3.
Oh yeah.
Tekken 3.
Yes, I've seen pictures of that.
In fact, there you go. Here's my headband from my Julia cosplay, which I made myself. I was so happy with it.
Yeah.
I keep like some of my cosplay accessories, I guess, by my desk, because I just love to look at them and just think of the things that I've kind of like made and achieved and stuff.
I'm starting to think that you should have like choose a headband redeem on your channel now.
That's the thing with these headphones, though. It doesn't work. Sadly, it doesn't work. But when I do cosplays, I wear my earphones and things. But sadly, they're still on the cable. As you can tell by how much I fidget, cables are not good for me. I need some like wireless. I need some wireless in ears or something like that, so I can do my wiggle. Now I've got the wiggles in my head. But yeah, on stream one time. So I mean, Julia, she's got the top, she's got the skirt. It's absolutely fine. So anyone that knows the exotic Tifa outfit from the remake of Final Fantasy VII, I can see your face, Johnny. I can see your face. You know where this is going.
Okay, yeah.
So not only was it a kimono, there was multiple things, but I was so excited to share it with the community. I was so excited when it arrived. I needed to kind of pin things in place to keep everything in place, even though the community kept redeeming stretch. And I didn't realize why at first. So I was like doing this, I was like stretching out, I was stretching like this. I didn't realize what they were getting at. And then because the community, because I like to kind of, I like to make an effort sometimes in how I dress, and quite often they'll always want me to stand up on stream and show off the outfits. And so we'll move it around and I'll show the outfits. And one time when I went to get up, I turned the wrong way. So basically the skirt and the kimono comes up so high, and I was wearing brightly coloured underwear under this black kimono. So when I turned around the wrong way where the skirt split, I definitely flashed everyone my underwear very vividly and hoped no one was looking, but I was showing off my cosplay. So quite a few people were looking. So yeah, and then I briskly, I turned around, I saw my monitor, I captured it, I grabbed it together, kept my skirt together, and kind of walked calmly backwards. But yeah, so accidents happen. Accidents happen.
That's funny.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, cosplay malfunctions, they're real.
Yeah.
They're real. But yeah, it's so funny though. Honestly, it's so funny. I just love to have a laugh with things. So whereas it was embarrassing, you just embrace it and go, crack on.
Well, yeah. What else? It's live, isn't it? What else can you do?
Just crack on. Just have fun with it. You know. Just yeah. As long as you're in TOS, it's all fine. It's all fine.
I remember. I can relate to that.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah.
I can relate to that because I had I also had dressed up as Tifa, not exotic Tifa. I mean, we met and you've met. Was it your first or second interaction with me was dressed up as Tifa Lockhart.
Tifa Lockbeard, I still love that. It's brilliant.
But when I bought that outfit, I did a 12-hour Final Fantasy VII stream. Well, and yeah, I flashed people by accident too.
Good job, Johnny.
So yeah, I was like, it's so funny. Like I did a 12-hour stream, right, and no malfunction, nothing, right. Right at the end of the 12-hour stream, it's like one more twirl before I raid off. And it was, I turned around and I think I lifted one leg up, type of thing.
As you do.
But I thought it was not that high. I thought it was like, I don't know what, 30-degree angle. I don't know. It was too much. I was like, oh no!
Whoops! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh. I'm sure they enjoyed it, Johnny. I'm sure they enjoyed it.
Well, Sling Bean enjoyed it. So.
That does not surprise me.
No.
Does not surprise me.
People are going, who the hell's Sling Bean? Shout out to our lovely friend Sling Bean. Okay, so God, where's the hour gone? I've got one final question for you, which is, is there any advice you'd like to consider giving to anyone who's thinking about picking up streaming?
Follow your own journey and do your own thing and stay true to yourself, because quite, when people start streaming, there's other streamers that you kind of look up to when you want to be like them and you're inspired by them, and that's great. That is fantastic. But being inspired by them and doing the same thing as them, you want to stay true to yourself and be who you are. The main thing about streaming is putting yourself out there, not being, not trying to copy someone else. Do your own thing, bring your own energy, have your own journey, because everybody's streaming journey is different.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Really, I think that might be one of the shortest, but one of the most precise streaming advices I've had on this podcast. So that was brilliant. Oh, hell yeah. Short and simple. I love it. And it's so true.
If you're going to start off on a console, I started off on a console, everybody is different. So, I mean, as long as you're still doing what makes you happy, if you're finding you're not enjoying a game anymore, but you're worried that trying something different, people might leave or whatever, do what makes you happy. Follow what makes you happy, because you're going to create great content if you are doing what makes you happy, not other people, what makes you happy.
Amazing. Thank you. Thanks so much.
Yeah. So, well, thank you for having me, Johnny.
Thank you for joining. That was amazing. Oh. So, would you like to tell us where we can? Is your username the same on all your platforms? What platforms can we find you on?
So, I am going to be on TikTok, on Twitter. It's always going to be Twitter to me.
That's right, Elon. I know you're watching.
Yeah, Musk. But yeah, and I'm trying to build in some more YouTube shorts and stuff like that, but pretty much across all of the platforms it'll all be the same. Apart from Instagram, it'll be Musoli_plays, because it started off as a cosplay account. So any kind of cosplay photos and stuff like that will always be on Instagram. Sometimes I'll drop like unedited photos on Twitter and stuff like that, but yeah, I try and keep the Instagram fresh as well,
Yeah, everyone get following Muso. She's absolutely amazing, wonderful human being, great content creator. I love your stuff, man. You're amazing, and yay, we did it.
Big love, Johnny.
Big love to you. Oh, but that was so much fun. And again, everyone, thanks so much for listening / watching. And get following Muso now, and I'll see you.
And Johnny.
I hope you follow
that way. That way.
Yeah, that's right. That one. Yeah. Follow that one. And then
that one.
Subscribe, like, all that jazz. I never say that, at the end of my podcast. I think this is the first time I've ever said like, comment, subscribe.
You did me dirty.
I did it. On you, on of all the people as well. I'm so sorry.
Don't
I might actually cut that bit out.
About a thing. Because every little thing is gonna be alright.
I haven't stopped yet.
How you doing?
We're gonna end the way we started. Oh no! I will press stop. Everyone, follow Muso, and I'll see you for the next one. Take care. Bye.